Hey everybody, it's Chase. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I had to call an audible and get a backup plan going here. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. What's up? I'm your Huckleberry in the house. Okay, loud and clear. All right, good. I know it's not the greatest, but our power has been off for like 3 hours now. Yeah, I had to come a few streets over to my mom's house to my to come over here and get on the internet because I got nothing. I got no power at home, which is crazy because it wasn't even a bad storm. It just rained really hard. It's been off for a while. The Deadites did not get me, fortunately enough. Brian, what's up? Hey, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm here. I'm here. Did you guys not? I posted a message in here. Did you guys not look? I jumped on my phone and posted this. I tried to let you know. I posted that a while ago. Yeah. The I'm sending the power company a cease and desist, paying $500 power bills, and my power goes off every time you breathe too hard. Phil, what's up? T. Shofi in the house. Yes, sir. Getting closer to spooky season. Thank you, Justin. William in the house. You can hear me good. There's 52 of us in here. I know me being late probably ran everybody off. It was about twice that many. Mike, what's up, man? Um, dude, I was gonna show off. I got Mike sent me a cool gift in the mail. And of course, I had everything ready to go at my desk, and I was gonna show it. And yeah, I can't show anything. I didn't bring anything. It's still raining, so I had to just swoop the computer out and come over here. Yo, Throwback Cafe, what's up, my man? I got something from you too. Yeah, it gets real stuffy real fast. I mean, fortunately it's nighttime. But it gets real stuffy real fast, especially when it's been off for a few hours. Donnie says, "What's up? I've been watching Amazon Hawk, waiting on Nightmare on Elm Street to be back in stock, hoping with them updating the artwork. Yeah, hopefully that will get it back in soon, because it's been out of there a couple of weeks. So we got that to talk about. You guys know that I'm a big Halloween Horror Nights guy, big Universal Studios guy, and they just announced some stuff that's going to tie in to our movie world here too, because we're getting Halloween Horror Nights is getting Terrifier, they're getting the Jason Universe house, and they're getting Five Nights at Freddy's, and what else are they getting? They're getting Fallout. But the interesting thing to me is the Five Nights at Freddy's coming out. There's a new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out this year. And we got the whole Jason Universe thing. And there's chatter that we're going to see some stuff in the Halloween Horror Nights house that may tip us off even more to the things coming in the Jason universe, including, fingers crossed, hopefully we get a new movie. Why so Bluetooth in the house? What's up, man? Channel icon. Yes, I got it, man. So it's very 80s cool throwback, and I loved it. Very much so. What's up, Mushashi? Cristobal, I haven't heard anything about 28 days later. Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, you like that? So that was on my big video from last Saturday that's like got that took off, it's got over 30,000 views or so, which is big for me. But that movie is one that I've seen a lot of times, and I just found a super cool, very R-rated alternate cover for that I bought, and I shared it with Brian and got him to watch the movie. So that's a two thumbs up on Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, huh? I am going to do the Vinegar Syndrome stuff tomorrow. I sure am. I do it every month as part of my Vinegar Syndrome subscriber stuff. You can't see what anyone else says on your laptop for some reason. That's interesting. I don't know. Everything I'm playing left-handed tonight because I don't have my stuff with me. I don't have my microphone. I don't have my normal background. I don't have anything. So I don't know if it's changing stuff for y'all too. Yeah, Amazon does still have some 50% off Criterion stuff. What I think is more likely, Friday the 13th movie or a new Nightmare on Elm Street. I think we're going to get a Friday the 13th movie. I think this whole Jason universe is going to build to that. I'm really hoping that the Halloween Horror Night stuff really furthers that, the whole Jason universe stuff, and gets us a movie. So I'm interested to see because they always hide details in the house, in the tribute store for things like that. So I'm very interested to see that. I haven't heard anything about The Fly, which is odd. That in some ways you would think Scream Factory would have the inside track to that because they've had the Blu-ray forever in that set. But at the same time, you've got Criterion over here with a bunch of Cronenberg stuff. So, and then Arrow had the 4K of Crash, so his stuff's kind of it's hard to tell. But that's one that you just seem like that one would have to be coming. I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I've said that since the beginning. They were holding that for the holiday release. The cuckoo clock's going off in there. I think they've been holding that for the holiday release. That's the one you're gonna get in November to release to buy for Christmas time and all that kind of stuff. That thing's just cuckoo in the hell and back in there. That's the one you're gonna get to buy around Christmas time. And I thought that's what they were gonna do from the beginning on that one. Yeah, hit that like button. Help me out. I'm actually going live to both of my channels tonight for the first time ever. So this live stream is streaming to AVA Pop Culture and to American Vintage Adventures tonight for the first time ever. I had this big setup going and then no power. So it's kind of like all this production value I had set up just goes wah wah wah. And so make sure you like it so people can find it out there. Um, I needed tonight to do well for that, for super chats, all that kind of stuff, for a bunch of things that I had planned, and of course, nothing. Nothing is working out right. Yeah, new Cinematograph title tomorrow, and I'm interested to see because I was not blown away with last month's releases. Like, so I'm interested to see because I would not have bought any of those. And you guys might be wondering, I'm a little behind on my full 4K reviews. Now I did the one of Mac and Me, but my full monthly reviews of Vinegar Syndrome 4Ks for my subscriber stuff, I haven't had time to watch them all because I've been working on a Criterion Closet Critiques video. And the person I picked to do that had pulled 13 movies. So I've had a lot. I've had a lot that I've been trying to get through. You think they list the wrong running times for Nightmare 5? It lists theatrical 89, uncut 90. Um, I don't know. I hadn't dug that deep into it. I hadn't dug that deep into it. Robert, what's up, my friend? What's up, brother? Let me tell you something, brother. It's good to see you in here. What's up, man? Oh, you can find some good stuff at CD Warehouse for sure. Will my mom allow me to stay online past 10? Your umbrella order shipped yesterday with Pulse, The Fall, and Daybreakers, all chunky boxes. But see, I mean, now we're gonna get Daybreakers from Lionsgate Limited. I gotta say, I am not in love with Umbrella. I'm not. I really am not. I think they tend to just mostly put out Blu-rays that they package and spruce up with big packaging. And most of the 4Ks that they put out have either already come out somewhere else or they're about to come out somewhere else. So with few exceptions, like Caligula box set was impressive because they made a whole other movie out of elements that were around. But overall, I mean, their box sets are impressive, but I mean, it's just sprucing up titles that are easily gettable for the most part. And I don't know, and their shipping is expensive, and it's a long time out. And I don't know, I'm not a big Umbrella guy. Hey, quietly, what's up? Phil with a super chat. I appreciate that, my friend. Says thanks for making it rain. Hit that like button. I definitely made it rain. Um, for sure. I have the Arrow. I have both Arrow TCMs and Poseidon, but since I ordered both of those together from Orbit, I won't get them until the same. Like they're all ready to come out. I appreciate that, Phil. I appreciate the super chat, kicking us off with a super chat here, my friend. I have stayed so busy this month that I have not been out there like sniffing around for any kind of rumors for vinegar syndrome. So I'm ready to just be surprised tomorrow because I will do the news. I will cover this when it comes out and everything tomorrow. So we'll see. William's going to have himself a live stream on August the 9th to celebrate 100 subscribers. There you go. Get that thing up and going, man. We're no angels of solid. See, I that one pisses me off because I feel like that's one of the bigger casts for a movie that they've had on the cinematograph line, and they did a 4K restoration, but they put it on Blu-ray, and then you put a new leaf on 4K. Like I don't I- that that I'll eventually get that probably, but that pisses me off. Like there was no reason not to make that a 4K. And I just get word the power is back on at my house. So I got two choices. I can either jump off here and I won't be able to be back on for about 10 minutes, or we just stay here like this. Yeah, they're going to release that one. And there was a 4K of Daybreakers already before all this. It just didn't have like Dolby Vision. Power's back on now. I could run back home where I have access to everything, but you guys would have to hang out and talk amongst yourself for about 10 minutes. No, I've never ran across that. Physical media sites that claim they have product but just take your money for nothing. I haven't run across that. Yeah, I don't know which one. Yeah, I haven't seen that. All right, everyone's saying jump off. Okay. Um, all right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump off here just hang out. It'll take me about 5 minutes to get home, and I got to turn my computer on and everything else because the power's been off. So give me about 10 minutes, and I will be back on. I will be back on. I don't even know if I can do this. Let's see. Without ending the stream. So we'll see. We're gonna see what happens. All right. Just give me about 10 minutes and I'll be back on. It won't take me 20. My house only about 2 miles away. Not even that far. So um I will be back on. See you in a few minutes. Let's see if I can jump out of here. Yeah. Hey, everybody, can you hear me? I am here. Like everybody gave up. There was like 100 people in here before, and now there is 29. Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Can you hear me? Can you? Okay. Oh my goodness. All good. Well, when so you guys are like the hardcore. Like this has been such a bad night. There was like 100 of us in here almost when I left. It's back up to 58 now. There I am. Yeah, you can hear me. Well, 58's a good number. That was my football number. Why so Bluetooth? You can hear me? What? We got a super chat from Media First. Thank you. I appreciate that. 19.99. She shouldn't have done that. Hey, Becca can finally see everyone else too. Oh, I apologize, man. I've had. If you're just joining me, power been off for like 3 hours, so I was late. I ran over to my mom's to jump on the live stream so that I could do it. Then the power came back on, and everybody said jump off and go back, so that we were back over here where I had everything, and just doing my best, y'all. I apologize, and it's tough because tonight, for the first time ever, I had it going out to both of my YouTube channels. And all right, hopefully everything stays on. Risha let you guys know that I was working on it. Yeah, I have all those guys at the end of my at the end of all my videos now. They're all there. Thanks, Chase's wife. Yeah, that's Risha. Oh, I appreciate that, Donnie. I appreciate that. Yeah, Risha stayed here to monitor the power situation. I appreciate it, Phil. Phil with another super chat says time for coffee. Feels like time for a drink, man. Cause I don't even drink, but man, this has stressed me out today. Oh, which site is this that's taking people? That's uncool. I haven't had any problems with anybody, fortunately. Knock on wood. Yes, I am back. Thank you, Jello John. Yep, shit happens. Nothing. We were just getting into it, just talking about the Nightmare on Elm Street and about Halloween Horror Nights and how maybe that might be foreshadowing a new Friday the 13th movie with the Jason universe coming there and Five Nights at Freddy's, which we know there's part 2 of that coming. So, man, it has been so, like, here lately, we haven't even had any rain, but like the power, I think they've overloaded the power grid around here because it's going out every time you turn around. Has Scream Factory announced October titles? No. I don't think they have. No, because the last time they announced was that crappy announcement. We'll pull up some stuff here. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, well, it might help if I actually pulled it up first. Hold on a minute.
All right, so Scream Factory, the last time they announced anything was that weak sauce announcement where they basically just had what was it, Mama and Peking Opera Blues and Salvador. So they have not announced October's yet, which is weird, isn't it? That they haven't announced it yet. That's how it's been here lately. It didn't ever used to be that way. Yeah, it's the power, like it's just this was a suburban area and not overpopulated, and they just keep building and building and building but not changing the infrastructure. I haven't seen the guy for the Peacock series, but I think if they do a movie, you may get a different guy. They may keep those separate. Ah, man, I got no control over when the ads pop up. I know that sucks though. That's how we make the 5 nickels that we get though from these things. Either that or with live streams with super chats and stuff. I've been thinking about getting that too because I don't have that. I don't have Blade Runner on 4K at all. So I've been thinking about that myself. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Scream Factory will announce tomorrow. They usually would have announced already by now. Am I dreaming? They normally would have announced this week, like the last week, the last couple of days of the month or so for October. Or I don't know. Because I got rained on, man. I got rained on. This one's sleeveless under here. I got rained on. Mando was over here holding down the fort. There's my cat. He's magically using YouTube. You let me know when that live stream is, brother. I will at least drop in. Right now, it's my son starting practice, and in the next this like it has been so hard to get my videos done and everything else. But I'd love to try to drop in there on you. I don't have the sequel either. I don't have either one. You need a drink, baby. Woo wee. So there's definitely some stuff that I'm going to be ordering here soon. But one of the things I talked about on yesterday's video was the Silverado 4K. Like that's definitely one that that I'll be doing. Let's see here. I will definitely be doing the. Well, I already pre-ordered the 40-year-old virgin. I already pre-ordered that. Silverado, I will definitely. I've already pre-ordered that as well. Already picked that up. Kevin Costner, first big role. That's big time. Dogma, as soon as that comes out, that's an instant pickup. I was gonna show you guys. Let's see if I can. That's not it. here we go. So they got the official Five Nights at Freddy's, and you guys know part 2 of this movie's coming out. The 4K on this is really good, by the way. It's a really good 4K, a cool 4K steelbook. I got it for the kids. Although they actually prefer Willy's Wonderland. And I was going to try to find, let's see here. Terrifier, of course we're getting a new Terrifier movie. There's going to be another Terrifier movie too. Let's see, do they not have the Jason one on here? Yeah, so you can see the house that they're going to have is part of this Jason universe. And some stuff that I have been hearing says that all of this and the Peacock series and everything else is going to move towards a new Jason movie. The key here is I don't think it's going to say Friday the 13th in any way either. It's going to have to be this new spin-off thing to get around all the fighting that's going on. At least that's what I've heard so far. But I am hoping that the series, and see, Peacock is owned by like Universal and NBC and the whole universe thing. I think we may get Universal's version of Jason going forward. I think that might be what's coming around here. And I think Halloween, them investing all that money into it at Halloween Horror Nights and then the Peacock show, I think it's going to build to a movie based off of this universe. And I think they're purposely going to maybe not connect it to the original universe. Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah, the new mask isn't great to me. It's definitely strange, but see, I think that's part of it. I don't think they can make it look exactly like the other because of all those rights arguments, everything that's been going on with that. I think they have to be adjacent of all of that. They can't be exactly on it. So this is a alternate universe, an alternate Jason timeline, if you will. So they need to make it look a little different so that it doesn't look like that. I think that's what's happening here. And I think we're going to get a TV series, we're going to get a Halloween Horror Nights house, and I think eventually we're going to get a movie out of this universe as a standalone universe, like a multiverse Jason, I think is what they're going to do. Oh yeah, man, Dogma's coming out from Umbrella, but it's also coming out from Lionsgate Limited this year. Silverado's out for pre-order. I had the pre-order links in my community tab for that one. I already ordered those. Oh, you got a premium Untouchables. That's nice. I am going to another little sneak peek. I've got some. I got a video coming up on all these big ass these premium editions. So I got some premium edition talk coming up. Yeah, I'm sure Dogma will be a huge chunky box, an Umbrella. That might be one they get me to get. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Umbrella guy overall. I think I've got Caligula, Super Mario Brothers, and Dead End Drive-In. I think that's all the Umbrella I own. But I would be tempted on a big chunky box of Dogma. We have done all the buying we can get away with for a bit on movies unless Dark Road 79 Chunky Box comes out. Well, that one will take a little bit. That'll take a little while before it comes out, so you got time to replenish. Yeah, the eye holes look funny on the mask, for sure. But again, I think what's going on behind the scenes with all that fighting over the Friday the 13th and Jason stuff, they can't do it. They can't make it look like the other. I really think that's what it is. And as you see, This is all Universal owned because it's all being done under Peacock and Universal and all that kind of and NBC. It has nothing to do with anybody else that owned it before. So, or at least all the original stuff. Who is the first to start the multiverse? Yeah, I could. You could say it was Star Trek. I wouldn't necessarily argue with that for at all. Gus, what's up, man? Nice, a light up Jason hockey mask. That's one of the ones on my list. Now, there's a Manta Labs one that's not quite as expensive as that, but I have a list of ones. I'm going to finish the DC universe with probably Film Arena and HD Zeta box sets. And I'm also going to get, I'm going to look for Film Arena, like The Thing. I'll go over it more in my video on it, but like The Thing and probably Jaws. Ready Player One. I am a massive Ready Player One fan. I mean, I'm a huge Spielberg fan. And I was talking to Risha about this. Oddly enough, it seems like Spielberg stuff outside of Jaws doesn't get any kind of prestige releases, doesn't get any chunky box releases. Everything is just generic Universal Studio. Half the time doesn't even have a slip. The rights issues, there's a war with the Jason stuff, the Friday the 13th. B MAGA, I did not get freaked from Umbrella. First, I have never seen that movie. Never seen it. Two, now it's coming out. Is it Lionsgate or somebody else here in the U.S.? And if I get it, I'll probably just get that because it's so expensive to get anything shipped from Umbrella. It would be nice to see Jason get a comeback. I still love 2009. I wish they had continued from that point. Oh no, that's not good, Killer Alien. The Caligula set is great. It's nuts. They put together a whole other version of the film that had never been seen. The premium sets, look, I can't buy them all the time. I just don't have money like that. Especially when the views on the channel go down. Or there's no super chats or whatever. Like none of the like month to month, it's like a roller coaster. So I can't just buy any that I want. But sometimes if I got a little extra, I'm gonna try to pick up one here and there. I don't have it at all, so this is a no-brainer for me to pick it up because I don't have it. Period. Man, I have contacted everyone that you can contact about Pumping Iron. I've contacted everyone that you can possibly talk to. And I have not heard back yet. Do I think they'll announce Stuart Gordon's dolls? I mean, maybe they're holding that for October. For November, but this doesn't seem like a November release. But you never can tell. You never can tell. I would look for the official announcement on Bride of Reanimator coming from Ignite before too long, like a date. And talking about Stuart Gordon makes me think that. I also think you're eventually going to see Society is going to come from Ignite Films. Just saying. I talk to the Blockbuster box sets all the time. I talked to him on the phone yesterday. He's revamping. He's got some things working. Whoa, we got a $19.99 super chat from Gus. Gus, I appreciate that, my friend. $20 super chat says he been slacking. Sorry, you hadn't been slacking, man. I appreciate everything, brother. I really do. Yeah, I heard some talk about that as well. The U.S. Marshals 4K coming. I still don't have The Fugitive on 4K, which I really like because I'm a Harrison Ford guy. Hardware. See, I didn't get that, and I've still never seen that movie. I've never seen it. Yeah, it doesn't tend to work. I mean, they're gonna do. It's gonna have all of the same characters. They just are not going to be like Jason's. His mask is gonna look a little different. He's still gonna be called Jason, and he's gonna have the hockey mask. It just can't look exactly like it did before. His mom is still gonna be Miss Voorhees. She's still gonna all those same people are still gonna be there. Just a slightly off brand. Dude, let me tell you. I can't wait to unbox these, and I'm gonna film the video early tomorrow before I film my other video for the new announcements to open them up because I got a buddy coming in this weekend, and we're gonna watch them, and I cannot wait to watch it. I want that one really bad. I love Ready Player One. Do I know the film the motorcycle is from in Ready Player One? Are you talking about oh crap, just blanked on her name. Oh my god, what is her name? I just totally went blank. If you're talking about her motorcycle, no, I do not know. Although to be honest, I never really paid that close of attention to it. Like, and I know that H fixes it and everything else if it's hers you're talking about. You highly recommend Freak? I'll have to check it out. I've never seen it. Yeah, the Tron movies are supposed to be coming. I agree, Robert, 100%. Spielberg deserves a series of 4K box sets. He is my favorite director of all time. So, like, I could not agree more. Could not agree more. And I hate just seeing most of the time his movies just seem like they come out with a standard studio release. I've never seen Dust Devil. I'm very excited about Ilsa coming out on 4K from Kino. Although I got a feeling, I've got a nasty feeling that they're going to do all the Elsa movies. Cause there's like 3, 4. I know there's Ilsa, She Wolf of the SS. There's Ilsa, something of the Harem Chic. One other. I got a feeling they're all going to come out and individually, and then they're going to do a box set. I don't know why, because I don't. Does Kino even do box sets? I just feel like that'd be a box set. I agree, 100%. I agree. Yeah, man, the channels, like, this is probably going to be like, I mean, my lowest month in the past few months. Like, it just, there's no rhyme or reason to it. There is none. I would love that. I would love that. I mean, and not just because I know Derek Mears a little bit and he was nice to me and bought my movies and everything. I just genuinely like that movie. I agree with this. Like I did this on a video a while back, and of course I got yelled at for it, but because everybody's like, well, it's a different territory, and I'm like, you can buy anything from anywhere. But yeah, it just seems like they're passing around a lot of the same titles when there's so many other titles. Like oddly enough, I had put in trying to inquire about the rights. This is so crazy because before Hulk Hogan passed away, I started thinking about with Mac and Me. I actually put in inquiry trying to track down the 4K rights for Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny and No Holds Barred. And I think they're all New Line Cinema, and they're not doing anything with them, but they're not responding. They're not wanting to license the rights either. So you got these companies that are just sitting on stuff, and I don't really understand that either. Because you also have Three Ninjas, High Noon, at Mega Mountain. Ready Player One needs to be watched in 3D, but I don't have a 3D TV. Yeah, Ignite did a great job on that 4K. I gotta say something too. Ignite Films. I always told you guys if anybody ever sends me anything for free, I'll tell you. I talked to them because I may end up interviewing Brian Usna on here. I talked to them about that. They asked me if I wanted to, and they sent me as a thank you for being an early advocate of their movie. They sent me the bull bobblehead. I didn't buy it. I bought the box set version, but they sent me the bobblehead, and I thought that was super cool. he agrees. Dr. Hill agrees. He's pretty cool though. The Bodyguard. I'm surprised the Bodyguard, Gus. I'm surprised that one hasn't come to 4K already. Yeah, somebody did tease the Phantom was coming to 4K, but I haven't heard anything else about it. Silverado is kick-ass. I cannot wait for that to come out. That's a very underrated, very entertaining movie, even if you don't like westerns. I agree, man. I agree. I agree. Hey, Bad Movie Babe is in the house. Hey, Stephanie. All right, there we go. See me and B Maga, except for maybe on Mac and me, we're here. We're here. We're here. But he's doing his best to convert me with Mac and me. He's basically bought me both copies. Those are all great ones. Gleaming the Cube would be a great VSU. I mean, to be honest, if you're going to go Mac and me, you could go Suburban Commando with a VSU. You could go The Wizard with a VSU. You could go... I'd still love to see Kickboxer, Iron Eagle, Over the Top, Gleaming the Cube. All these would be great VSUs. Yeah, but somebody said they announced that they were doing it like years ago and they're just now getting to it. Where is she? I have been going to order this a couple times, but whenever you click on this at Orbit for pre-order, it says pre-order Night of the Juggler. and I don't know why. But Ilsa is like the original, like over the top exploitation film. Clown in the Cornfield. Yes or no? Should I buy this? I haven't seen it. Should I blind buy it? You guys let me know. And not this, I would get the Steelbook. I pre-ordered this, not the UK version, but the Steelbook, the domestic Steelbook. This a high recommend for me, you guys. If you've never seen Coal Miner's Daughter, do yourself a favor. Excellent film. Excellent film. Were there any fans of the Fallout series on Amazon? I know a lot of people play the game, but was anybody a fan of this series? That's another house coming to Universal, and we're going to see more stuff off that. And I think there is a physical media release of Fallout. It's either out now or coming out. Amazon will put their stuff out on physical media. You got to give them that. Don't let views deter your channel growth. To me, you continue to be #1 content creator. I appreciate that, man. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Like, see, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like my big list recommendations videos, most of the time when I drop one on Saturday, like I did, it does pretty well. And this one this past Saturday did extremely well. I put the exact same amount of effort. I do the exact same amount of work. Similar kind of list. I drop it on Wednesday. Nobody watches it. So and YouTube doesn't show it to anyone, so I have no idea. Killer Alien, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Here's a tip to Gus's generous donation. I appreciate that, brother. The bobblehead is cool for sure. Stephanie is coming to us from Augusta tonight. About 2.5 hours from me. You guys can tell my eye. I'm so tired. We need the Tango and Cash 4K. The rumors is it's coming. I don't know if we can find out though. We can find out. We can certainly find out. $19.89. All right, let's go check it out at IMDb Pro. It is Universal. So it's a possibility. It's Universal. So that is definitely a possibility. Oh, crap. I forgot to share it. It's Universal. Any Chuck Norris, I would agree. Chuck Norris. Missing in Action 2. Give me part 2. Missing in Action 2 would be a great VSU. I'd love to see that one. Here's to your 8th super chat. Hit the like button. I appreciate it, man. That's Phil dropping in his third super chat tonight. I appreciate that, man. Hit that like button. I don't even know where we are on likes. I'm just thankful you guys are still watching after the late delay and everything else. I apologize. This is not much I could do about it. It looks like we're at only 45 likes. Yeah, I kind of, the weather, or 61 likes. The weather and the power just kind of fouled everything up tonight. Probably way less than that on my other channel. Yeah. Um, way, way less. There's like 5 likes over there. It's meh. What's meh? Which one? Are you talking about Clown in the Cornfield? You gonna get Clown in the Cornfield? Dude, I don't know, because I ordered that thing a long time ago, and I've seen some people, it seems like they already have them. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Because if you go to, let's see, Orbit don't even like they have it listed anymore. They took all reference to that steelbook off of their site. That's interesting. That's weird. So Orbit doesn't even have it on there anymore. Yeah, Fallout's pretty popular. I've never had a problem with scratches on my 4K discs. Make sure it's actually a scratch and not just like residue that has a mark through it. So wipe it off pretty good. It sure does. Great performances by both of them, and Beverly D'Angelo as Patsy Cline. Is Fallout already out on physical media? Is it? I actually enjoyed the show. I thought the show was pretty good. I have the game, never played it. Not one time. Is it out? Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at this. $77? Must be out. It must be. That is weird. $77. There we go. I don't know why the other one said 77. 54 is still not cheap. It's a good show, though. It was a good show. Attack the Killer Tomatoes. I totally agree, Stephanie. I totally agree. Walton Goggins is great as the Google. But you're right, he's good in everything. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth giving a go. If you got Amazon Prime anyway, it's worth it. I don't know. I mean, maybe the Steelbook, yeah. I'll probably get the Steelbook of that. Am I getting anything from the MVD Cult sale? They got a bunch of Tenso. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't had a chance to look at that. I don't know. The only thing they got a bunch of Tento Bras, like some Cheeky. I already got Cheeky. Let's see. I don't see their sale. Am I missing it somewhere? I see the Bear Family Germany label sale. I don't see another sale listed on there right now. Is it not on MVD Shop? Is it somewhere else? Yeah, Fallout series is awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that steelbook set right there. I just don't know that I want to pay $54 for it right now. Not when I can watch it on Amazon right now. I know that's sacrilege, but like $55 would go towards a fancy set of something, like a big fancy set, and I could wait on the price on this one to come down. Is it? I didn't really pick up on that too much. I thought it was following the game. We do need more Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. The fact that all the Die Hards and Lethal Weapons aren't on 4K is ridiculous. I agree with this. You talk about what would be an amazing VSU, or at least an Arrow chunky box. Judge Dredd with Stallone. And I don't want to hear about the other Dredd movie. Judge Dredd. That's the one. Yeah, I don't really pick that up either. But I don't remember it good enough to argue one way or the other. I agree. I want that really bad. There's only an old ass Blu-ray. Yeah, another vote for Fallout. You watch your mouth, sir. There'll be no Goonies slander in this house. None. That's another set that I got to show you. Killer Alien. You guys make sure you subscribe to Killer Alien. He's got a channel. He's growing over there pretty good. I think he's up over 3,000 subscribers. It says, Chase, I have a random question. Have you watched Mac and Me? Or if so, did you show it to your kids? So I did watch Mac and Me. I already did my review of it. I got the review of it up there. I got through the whole thing because I'm doing the review. My kids are not interested in it at all. They saw that scene with the dancing McDonald's. They were out. They ain't interested. I mean, my son's 14, going into high school, football player. My daughter's 13. They're just not into it. And she's a dancer, so seeing that, it's like cheesy. Make that 62, baby. I'm down for it all. Yes, I agree with this. Any and all Canon films need proper Blu-ray and 4K releases. Hamburger the Motion Picture. Listen, Stephanie, if you can find I have tried to find who to contact, any living person left to contact about acquiring the 4K rights for Hamburger the Motion Picture, and maybe that's why nobody's done it, because I can't find anything that's not a dead end to try to contact. I love Hamburger the Motion Picture. I'm gonna tell you that part where I just call it where the guy is eating under the table. I just say that when the woman's sitting at the table, she gets sweaty. He's eating under the table. I guarantee you there were wore out spots right there in rented VHS tapes from rewinding and playing again. Ghost Town. I love Ghost Town. My dad loved Ghost Town. It's about the old things. Who told him about the old things? I don't know. I don't know a lot about that one. Well, looks like we're getting one more coming, right? Looks like we're getting this one from Peter Jackson coming. The Frighteners 4K from Turbine is an amazing release, by the way. Is that the difference in the prices? Is that what that is? So this is the regular one. Shit. This is the regular one. Now, what was up with the Amazon exclusive one? Yo, I don't see any difference. Do y'all see a difference? That's the Amazon exclusive. Or here they are right on top of one another. Y'all seeing a difference? A $20 difference? $23 difference? They look identical to me. I've never seen Final Countdown. I have not, but I did pick that up. As you can see, what does that say? It says last purchase July 22nd, because this is my account. So I bought it. And they have fixed the discs. They fixed the aspect ratio. They fixed the sound. They fixed all that stuff. Now, you don't get that fifth one, I guess. The fifth steelbook with this that you got with the old one. Which is cool, I'm not going to lie, because that's like Action Comics #1. Is that actually an extra steelbook right there? I believe that's a fifth steelbook, right? I would love to have that, but I just could not see paying the extra $100. Because you're basically paying $100 to get that extra steelbook. So, but yeah, I picked this up, Gus, and I had some. No, I didn't use the points on this. I used the points on Nightmare on Elm Street. That's right. But yeah, this is all supposed to be fixed. I do hate that they cut out the fifth steelbook, but I've had nothing but great success with Orbit. They're very fast. They're very fair. Orbit's pretty good. I got to give them that. Best R-rated horror. Well, that'd be a lot. Best PG-13 horror. I have to force myself to do that. It's not a bad idea because I've got 60 days worth of horror content coming up for spooky season. As a rule, I don't like PG-13 horror, but there are some, so I could do that. That's not a bad list, Seb. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. You'll see that before the spooky season's over with. I didn't buy anything from Severin. The one thing I can recommend from Severin, well, actually, there's more than one thing. Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is twisted, but pretty good. But Cemetery Man, high recommend. Very high recommend for Cemetery Man. But the Severin just doesn't put out a lot of things that I'm into. I didn't buy anything. I ended up not buying anything. Is the non-steelbook for Fallout less? Yeah, you can get the Season 1 standard for $29.99. So if you don't care about the steelbook, you can get it for $30. I can put the links to them. You guys make sure you check my community tab, community post. I post stuff in there all the time. Oh, okay. It wasn't through the main. Okay, interesting. As far as I know, Blu-ray's been the end format for that so far. Please don't remind me of that. Goodness gracious. Maybe. I would say eventually. Eventually, but Here's the thing about it, though, Mike. If you get those, they're going to end up being like $40 or $45 a piece, probably. So if they're $40 a piece, that's $80. For another 60 or $70, you could just get them all. I mean, I love A New Nightmare. A New Nightmare actually is my second favorite one, close to my favorite. Brian, you make it hard to love you sometimes. Just so you know. Wait, she is? Where? I don't recall seeing her in there. For the sake of our friendship, I'm just going to pretend you didn't say this. That would be the equivalent of me sitting here saying, "Do you know how shitty American Pie is? Let's talk shit about American Pie." Man, so you're the guy that liked 1941. No, I'm just kidding. I like all Spielberg stuff, but 1941 flopped hard when it came out. Yeah, they announced a while back they were doing those three ninja movies on 4K. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard one to get any release of, is Ghost Town. Oh, Loaded Weapon. Oh, that'd be funny. That would be funny to do if they would do that. I don't know. I just recently got the Blu-ray of Rocketeer. Yeah, 29.99. Once Upon a Time in the West is 4K is only $12 on Amazon right now. Brian's saying. Yeah, man, Rocketeer is good. I actually just got that Blu-ray recently. I hadn't seen the movie in many years. Parodies are so much fun. Funny though, I did my list of parody movies and nobody watched that. So maybe they're just more fun in theory. Dead Heat is on 4K. Try here somewhere. Vinegar Syndrome put out the Dead Heat 4K a while ago. I got it not too long ago. Bought it on eBay, unopened. I hadn't watched it yet. I've seen that movie. My brother. That's another one. My brother was a frequent renter of. Oh yeah, anybody should be watching Joe Bob. I love Joe Bob Briggs. I watch Joe Bob Briggs all the time. Matter of fact, I did one video where I actually paid homage to him. I was like, oh, I think it was for either a fistful of dollars or a few dollars more, and I did a Joe Bob Briggs style count up, like excessive gun foo, the body count, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, the Harry Potter Dark. I haven't seen that. I don't know if I've seen that. Now, I should have got. There was a couple Christopher Lee movies I was going to get, and I still might. Is the sale over? I really don't even know. Interesting. I've never had, like, so far, knock on wood, I haven't had a problem with them on an order. So all I can speak from is from that. And I'm only now I have maybe some other issues with them, but I'm also only like 3 hours from them, so I get my stuff so fast from them. And then like a lot of times, I feel like since I'm in Georgia, like Atomic Movie Store and Movie Room and all that, they must be on the other side of the country or something, because everything takes a lot longer to get to me. Kill List. I haven't seen that one either. Ballerina. It's already coming out. Thank you. See, B Maga. There you go, buddy. You're not going to want to miss my video on collector's packages then. Just going to say that. But yeah, right here. I mean, do I get everything the exact same out of it that I did when I was 7 when it came out? No. I mean, but I love the movie and I have so much nostalgia for it. And you're talking about something that is Richard Donner, Chris Columbus, and Steven Spielberg together to make that movie. Like, come on, man. I mean, if I can only pick, I love American Pie, but if I can only pick one as like a standard that people will know that stands the test of time, it's Goonies. But I mean, I love American Pie. I ain't gonna do Brian like that and say I don't, because I do. Oh, she was sitting on the curb during the dance sequence. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. I mean, I guess everybody's mileage varies. Marcus. No. You wound me. You wound my guys. My guys, you're killing me. You're killing me. I'm gonna cry. No, I'll survive you guys not loving the movie that I love. One of my brothers just did an interview with Billy Campbell, the Rocketeer. Oh, awesome. His channel is Adventuring with Chris. Well, that's cool. Check that out. Adventuring with Chris. He did an interview with Billy Campbell, the Rocketeer. That's awesome. There's Blockbuster box sets in the house. Good evening. We were just talking about you earlier. Everybody, shh, don't tell him. What is up, man? Joe Bob's awesome, and I think like so. I'm pretty sure their show now, the drive-in films here in Georgia now, so and has for a while. There's Freaked. Also, never seen that. Never seen it. So, all right. Here's one we're going to talk about in just a second. Right there. If the Goonies is too kiddie for you, check out The Poonies, starring Ginger Lynn. Kind of the same movie, but definitely geared towards an older crowd. Yep, I have my order in for Master and Commander. I hadn't put one in for Sunset Boulevard, but I do have it for Master and Commander. Which one's comfort food for the soul? Because for me, that's Goonies is comfort food for the soul for me. It's kind of like Back to the Future is as well. There's just those movies, man. Baby Ruth. Chocolate. Goonies and Gremlins double feature. Man, I'm going to come to your house and watch movies. That's the kind of double feature I'm talking about right there. Speaking of Gremlins, we need Gremlins 2 on 4K. I gotta admit, and I was a massive Hulk Hogan fan, like Mount Rushmore of heroes to me. I had forgot about his cameo in Gremlins 2. I had forgotten about it. And now, the second I saw it, I remembered immediately. One of the best ridiculous cameos ever. But we need Gremlins 2 on 4K. But Goonies and Gremlins double feature, my kind of night. Two double Spielberg productions right there. That is my kind of night. Do you talk about feel good movies for the soul and nostalgia? That's a hell of a double feature. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just gonna come over to Robert's house and watch. That's like, hey, we'll eat after midnight and see what happens. Same here, man. There's something about watching the Goonies that takes me back to my childhood. It's one of those films, and I may do a list because people keep asking me. I might do a video list where I talk about the movies that I will double and triple dip on. Because the list, it's not tiny, but it's not huge either. I am not one of these people that will just buy multiple of any movie. And speaking of that, Miss 45, I know it has its fans out there. I haven't seen it. It was made for like $62,000. This has a 4K, right? All that kind of is a 4K restoration. It's very light on features overall. The movie didn't even make back its budget. It had a $60,000 budget. It didn't make it back at the box office. It's been a long time since it was made. Not everybody knows this movie. This should not have gotten a chunky box over Spawn. I think they put this in a chunky box to help sell it. Because if you look at Spawn, Spawn has a 2 4K disc set with 2 completely restored different versions of the movie. It has loaded special features, including getting the entire cast, besides like John Leguizamo and Martin Sheen back. You got Michael J. White back. You got D.B. Sweeney back. You got everyone back. You got tons of features. It is absolutely loaded. It's just in a slipcover. And you're talking about that movie made $100 million, $97 million, at the box office in 1997. That was a lot of money in 1997. That was a big movie, whether people say they don't like it or not. That was a big movie. It's a comic book movie. It's absolutely loaded. It's a 2-disc set. This is just a 1-disc set, light on features, a lesser known film. I swear to you, they put this in a chunky box over Spawn because they thought the chunky box would help sell this title. And they think that Spawn, with the movie it is and with everything with it, will sell regardless. They put this in a chunky box to help move it. You'll never convince me otherwise. I'm not saying it's not good. You might like it a lot, but people at large, I'm a movie guy. Studied movies, taught movies, all that stuff. I never heard of it. Never even heard of it. And everybody has blind spots, but a lot of people are like, what the hell is that? I think they put it in the box to help sell it. Did you put the link in? Did it not let you put the link? It's a definite try before you buy. I'm trying it before I buy it. I'm not just blind buying it. Yeah, I figured that was it. I figured it was Goonies. Same here, like back to Monster Vision, everything else. Man, I used to love so much. First of all, Elvira when I was little, the Elvira stuff, and then later you got Joe Bob Briggs and you got Rhonda Shear Up All Night. Like, I just loved that stuff, man. Yeah, I've got a couple of 4Ks of Goonies. Oh, is it the old Walking Dead set? That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna stream it. I'm not gonna blind buy it. I'm gonna watch it first. The chunky box is not gonna get me to jump on it. I gotta blind buy it. Spielberg has the magic touch in his films. Makes you. It does. There's this old school movie magic and nostalgia to his films that just it's just there. It just permeates through them. Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is in the works, and from what I know, the original cast is coming back. He is in the Muppet movie. The Goonies is one of those that staples so many childhoods. That's it. It represents that era. And see, like, and it's no not Brian is like what? Were you 8 years younger than me? 10, I can't remember. That and you could have just missed that window. It doesn't take long, a couple years just to miss that window. And if you see it for your first time as an adult, Goonies is not going to mean the same thing to you. Goonies. What other movie has Rudy, Thanos, Edgar Frog, and Short Round all in one film? Oh, Rudy slash Samwise Gamgee and Thanos, Edgar the Frog, and Short Round all in one film. Why am I obsessed with chunky boxes? I just said I wasn't buying that because even if it was like I wasn't letting a chunky box get me to buy it. So that doesn't make any sense. Also, I've explained how I feel about artwork and the boxes and stuff many times over. And that's how I curate my collection. You don't get the same feeling just holding that little piece of plastic. You just don't. 100% agree. 100% agree. And could you imagine what that Spawn set would have looked like? Could you imagine this artwork right here on a chunky box? It's the same thing with Cobra. Cobra should have been a chunky box. There's no question. Cobra should have been a chunky box. Yeah, they went in. They went all in. I mean, you look. You've got It's a two 4K. That's two 4K discs, not a 4K and a Blu-ray. That's two 4K discs. One with the theatrical cut, one with the director's cut, which we haven't really seen before. Reversible sleeve, all that kind of stuff. But you're getting brand new commentaries. You're getting all that stuff with Michael J. White. You're getting great. They got Greg Nicotero back to do an interview. You got D.B. Sweeney, Melinda Clark. Just absolutely loaded with here. A preview of Todd McFarlane's animated movie Spawn, the making of, like just a loaded release. And you put it in a slipcover. That makes no sense to me. And then you get a very scaled down, as Robert said, grindhouse sort of oddity. One disc set and everything. You put that in the box. I swear to you, they're using the allure of the chunky box to help sell that movie to people who don't know it. Well, I mean, I love Stand By Me too. Yeah, and that's what I mean about missing the window. It only takes a couple years, one way or the other. Because, like, even my brother, who's 4 years older than me, so he was like 11 when it came out, even he was like just on the edge. It didn't mean as much to him as it did to me. That's it. That's exactly why it gets a chunky box. The lesser known movies get the chunky boxes to sell it. That's what's up. I totally believe that's what they did here. I totally believe it. Oh man, I have the whole series. I love Spawn. I love Keith David doing the voice of Spawn in the animated series because I love him. He is one of my favorite underrated actors of all time. I love him as an actor. Let's see, where is it? I have had this for a real long time. The 4-disc Ultimate Collection of the animated series from HBO. Legit, he is awesome doing the voice of Spawn. This, I used to just rewatch this over and over and over again, man. Like I love Spawn. I love the whole concept of an anti-hero, all that kind of stuff. I always have. This is old school DVD. You got to flip it over to the other damn side. But man, I would love to see this get some kind of new release as well. But trying to think of what year this came out. It's been out for a while. DVD ROM. Out of town. Chunky boxes definitely help Arrow a lot. They help move them up in everybody's eyes. I'm going to tell you right now, if Scream Factory put out half of their releases in chunky boxes the same as Arrow's, they'd leave everybody behind. They'd leave everybody behind. Subspecies. Oh man, I haven't watched those in a long time. Well, I mean, on CHH's interview with Cliff McMillan, Cliff said that the marketing people, not the creative people, the sales guys, decide what goes in the chunky box. And he said it was dependent on different factors, including what they thought they would sell of each copy or of each title. That's why I don't think they necessarily put titles in the boxes all the time that they think are going to sell the most. I think they put ones in there that they're more iffy on. Now, sometimes they put the big titles out there to appease people, but I think otherwise they're iffy on them sometimes, and they know that chunky box release will help sell it. Zero reason this Spawn should have been a chunky box. It is inexplicable why Cobra wasn't, because they sold out. He said they sold out of Demolition Man first run of the limited release before it ever got out there officially, and they were already having to make more. Why Cobra wasn't also to be another Stallone movie makes no sense. Well, I mean, here is this argument that we have. Of course, the movie is always the thing that draws you in. But it goes back to if you're going to go buy a brand new SUV tomorrow, do you want the most scaled down version of that SUV? Or if you got the money, would you rather that SUV have leather seats, heated and cooled seats, a heated steering wheel, premium wheels, premium sound system, all that kind of stuff, a sunroof? Would you rather have all that if you have the money, or would you rather just have the scaled down version? They're both getting you where you're going. They're both the thing that you came to the car lot for. But which one would you rather have? I mean, all things being equal, I want the one that's loaded. So, I mean, the movie is the main thing always. But I'm sorry, but like holding this in your hand, holding that in your hand, is in no way, shape, or form the same feeling or experience of holding this in your hand. It adds to the experience of it. It gets you excited about it, like opening it up, seeing all the extras, reading the information. This is a movie. You can watch it. It gets you in the door. It doesn't give you the same feeling as this. It's all about the presentation of it. But Arrow has, I mean, Arrow was my number one overall on my rankings list last year. But they're very much, they've been doing this. They've been doing this. Screen Factory is the most consistent one. They just are. And I know people don't like them because they're pissed because they bought all their Blu-rays back in the day and they're putting stuff out on 4Ks and everything else. But that's just the way of life. New format comes out. I mean, I lived through VHS going to DVD and all that stuff. So, but as far as the only thing they're lacking is packaging. Because their 4Ks are every bit as good, for the most part, especially as many as they put out, as Vinegar Syndromes. That's right. Yeah, so you're about, what, 7.5 years younger than me? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles almost has to be a chunky box because I think they're going to put all three movies in one. That I do not know. To be honest with you, I do not know if Film Arena is still operating and making new stuff. Everything that I have bought, I've bought off of eBay. You can buy Manta Lab stuff from like Movie Room, and I think somebody else, Marcus. If Mark Deal is in here, what is the other company you were telling me that also has the premium packages? Yeah, and I know that you're super into that, and so are some. But like the people at large, if you put that next to Spawn, and you say you can only buy one, 9 out of 10 are buying Spawn. Like that's just on name recognition and the type of movie it is and the budget. Like I don't necessarily think a movie that costs $62,000 and you can smell the piss and stuff. It's a B exploitation movie. Like that's great to get a 4K, but there's not. It's not offering anything else. It's a single disc. They barely have any extra features. There's nothing about it that screams chunky box to me. There just isn't. I think so too. I think it'll be all of them. A chunky pizza box. Yeah, it. You only got to miss it by a couple years. And Brian, did you just now watch Goonies for the first time recently? Well, yeah, from '88 films, but that was a bunch of movies in one. Oh yeah, man, Spawn was an instant order to me. Instant. Goonies captures what it was to be a kid in the '80s. That's it. That is it. It captures my growing up experience completely. Yeah, yeah, it's the R-rated cut. Yep. Yeah. No pirates in Stand By Me. Just a dead body. Stephen King movie. Stephen King story. 45 really does feel like a Vinegar Syndrome title. Like, I've only watched the trailer because Why So Bluetooth sent me the trailer. And I kid you not, my very first thought was, this is a Vinegar Syndrome title, not an Arrow title. That was my first thought too. Is like, dude, this is like Thriller, A Cruel Picture, though I think Thriller, A Cruel Picture is probably, I don't know, I haven't seen Miss 45 yet, so I can't say that. But Thriller, A Cruel Picture is extremely well done. And you can just tell Tarantino ripped that movie off at every chance he got. But that was my exact first thought, T. Shofi, when I watched it, was when I watched the trailer, was like, this should have been done by Vinegar Syndrome. But I feel like Vinegar Syndrome's been getting upstaged lately. Like, Kino keeps announcing titles that should be Vinegar Syndrome VSAs. Like the stuff that you would have rented in your video rental store back in the day. Like, they're putting out, Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth. They're putting out all these movies that should have been Vinegar Syndrome VSAs. I feel like the Vinegar Syndrome's getting cucked here lately. I really do. What was the other damn movie? Because I sent it to the guys. I'm like, man, Vinegar Syndrome's getting their ass kicked on these. And I love Vinegar Syndrome, but man, they're getting their ass kicked. It was a Kino release. Hell, I don't know. I can't find it now. I mean, to be honest, shit like Revenge of the Ninja and stuff should be Vinegar Syndrome. I can't remember, but there was a few. There were a few recently that I sent the guys. I was like, guys, look at this. Like, this should be a VSA. Instead, they just keep putting out more Hong Kong cinema. There you go, Ben. We don't get older, T. Shofi. We get better. Not older. Better. Oh, I'd love a Minute Work 4K. I'd love a Minute Work 4K. Keith David, man, I could just watch Keith David and Rowdy Roddy Piper go back and forth all day long in They Live. Yeah, the Spawn set's insane. It's great. Can't remember the other Kino titles. I was like, damn, this should have been a VSA. Damn, this should have been a VSA. I still need to get that first blaxploitation box. I really want that. Need an arc? I know a guy. Xanadu. Jason's very happy about Xanadu. Night of the Juggler, to be honest with you, that's probably one that should be a Vinegar Syndrome title. You could argue the same thing with Ilsa. Ilsa should probably be a Vinegar Syndrome title. I don't know what Vinegar Syndrome's sitting on their damn hands and getting Mac at me. Like, come on. Sorry, be MAGA. Love you. Yeah, Spawn the animated series. Malboja. I just, man, the way, oh man. Love it, love it. The 4K chunky box of that, that's one of the movies. That's one of the movies that I will dip on more than once. I will dip on that one more than once. Yeah, it's because I can't remember if Brian, he might not be in here anymore, but I think Brian might have seen that for the first time recently. and I don't think it's going to be the same. I would think, I mean, you can get one if you want to, but I would think it's going to make the most difference if you got a giant ass TV, like, in excess of 80 plus inches. Like, if that's when it's going to make the most difference. I would not get one if it was on a good deal. Man, see, like, I am waiting on my Poseidon 4K because I ordered it from, I guess, I ordered it with the Texas Chainsaw movies. I thought they were all coming out at the same time. I'm not sure what's going on there. I really want that. They do not have the best transfers. They do not. Not overall, they do not. Not from a filmmaking standpoint, they absolutely don't. They have great transfers. They are not the best. Vinegar Syndrome and Scream Factory are better. Period. Period. They will have some that are better here and there, but that go above some of the others. But throughout, overall, zero chance. Zero chance. Just zero. No. In bitrate, I'm just going to tell you guys, let me put this to bed right now. Bitrate. I'm a filmmaker. I have encoded films forever, and I had this discussion with YSO Bluetooth too. I did a whole video on encodes. There's just nothing magical that happens with them. Everybody has their little, I want to target this, I turn this up, down, but it still all has to operate within certain parameters that you can't go above or below. So, and it has to all be wrapped in certain codec wrappers to put it out. Bit rates. That's the most useless bit of information ever, because there's so many things that affect bit rate. It starts with your camera. Then if it's a digital camera, it plays into your data collection. So whether it's what kind of card it is, all kinds of stuff affect the bit rate there. Then what are you filming? If you're filming something in the complete darkness, the camera does not take in as much information. The bit rate doesn't stay as high as it does if everything's bright and it's lit up at night and there's lights everywhere and there's all kinds of shit going on. That can change the bit rate itself. You can change the bit rate on your camera depending on your camera. Then when you are editing the movie, the compression, when you go to encode it, are you doing a variable bit rate? Are you doing a variable bit rate 2-pass, 1-pass, 3-pass encode? Are you doing a target bit rate, a max bit rate? Are you rendering at max depth? Are you rendering at max quality, max depth with a variable 2-pass, a constant bit rate 2-pass, a target bit rate 2-pass, 1-pass, 3-pass? There are so many things. Then once that's done, your codec that you put it in affects the bit rate. Once that's done, when you put it in your player's ability to transfer that bit rate and your cable's ability to transfer that bit rate to show up on your screen where you're reading the bit rate out, all of those things factor into it. All of them. And you're talking about in microseconds of it changing. So I hear bit rate, and I'm not coming after you. I've heard it all over YouTube ever since I got on here, and my first thought was, these motherfuckers don't know what they're talking about. Like, I hate to be that way, but I was like, these guys are just saying buzzwords. Everybody got the buzzword list. Bit rate, inky black, crushed, digital noise, like grain fluctuation. It was like, before I came on YouTube, when people had these channels reviewing 4Ks, everybody got a list of buzzwords they were supposed to say on every 4K review. And I'm like, does anybody know what this means? Do they know what this means? Do they know what they're talking about? Do they know how that got there? Why that got there? What causes it? Any of that kind of stuff. Like, and I mean, I'm not saying I know everything about everything, but I've encoded the shit out of stuff for years. So I don't, like, for 20 of them. So I don't know. Like, it's definitely a buzzword heavy. And I think Arrow does great when they hit a home run on their 4Ks. They are second to none. But as far as consistently staying at that level, I don't think they do. I think some look better than others, whereas I think almost every Vinegar Syndrome 4K you put in is going to look beautiful. It's going to be chef's kiss. Screen Factory, the same. Most of theirs are demo quality at worst. That yeah, yeah. Like that's the thing. Like, see, we're older, so we remember all these changeovers. That's nothing new. That's gonna happen every time you get a new format. Oh man, I'm older than you. I'm old, man. I'm old. He's too old. Brian, you're too old to be a good kid. You have been demoted. You're just an old bastard like the rest of us. I do think they're going to do all three. They're not. Yeah, a lot of people just care about the first two, but I think they're going to do all three. I liked it too. I thought it was good. A chunky box is a chunky box, baby. Yeah, I'm surprised that one hasn't been rebooted, to be honest with you. That's it, brother. Play outside. Go outside. See you when it gets dark. I know it. I know it. I know it. Yeah, Charlie Leguizamo. He's like fat in a big fat suit. He's walking like this. Dude, I hope so. I hope so. This, why there is not a, listen, why is there not a From Dusk Till Dawn 4K? Why is there not a Hateful Eight 4K? Do you know how Hateful Eight was shot in like what 70 millimeter, which means it probably contains upwards around 10 to 12K resolution, possibly more. Do you know how good that would look in 4K? I mean, holy crapola, that would look so good in 4K. Yeah, Dagon. Yep. I was just talking about Dagon. Yeah, yeah, I don't think it. I didn't ever hear anything about that. Yeah, they had it with Thriller, Cruel Picture. And I'm going to tell you, those scenes in Thriller, A Cruel Picture, they work. I'll tell you why. Because they make you root harder for her revenge. It makes it that much more just get those guys. Like, it just makes you root harder for her revenge. We got a $10 super chat from Chase Street. He said if they made a third Mummy film, Dragon Emperor, see no reason why they can't. Yeah, yeah. Well, they have 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. They already have 3. Maybe just the last one is more forgettable. I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Movie Mass in the house. Jason in the house. He got his alarm woke him up. He said, I saw Spawn in theaters opening weekend with a girl that had the fattest titties of all time. I'm just sad I never. Well, see, you have a nice, cozy, comfortable memory to lay your head on as you watch the new Spawn 4K. I do like Johnny Depp. I like Johnny Depp. Dennis said, "Oh, y'all are little young and punks. They'd be hung up by their Buster Browns." I mean, listen. Like I don't knock people for trying to. There are some people I specifically have in mind when I say that stuff. But doesn't mean you can't educate yourself. But like if you, like, I mean, I'll hear people talk about digital noise on things that are shot with film. And, or, they'll talk about something and they'll criticize it as if it had something to do with the transfer. And I'm like, yo, that was when it was shot. That happened when it was shot. That has nothing to do with the transfer. The only difference is because it's 4K now you can see it. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like the context is all missing. If you give me context, it's just like one of my pet peeves is just to say, I hate that movie, it sucks. Or I love that movie, it's the best in the world. Well, tell me why. I may not agree with you, but I will respect your opinion and what you have to say if you can tell me, like, why. Blockbuster box it. Yeah, I think bitrate became really popular when comparing 4K disc to digital stream. Folks need numbers, and that was low-hanging fruit. I'd have to know what kind of camera it is. What are you not sorry about, Brian? But listen to what you said. You saw the Goonies as a kid in the early 90s. The whole way of life was different by then. That whole way of life that they have in there was gone by the time you watched it. Like that life that they were living, the way they were going about everything in that movie was exactly how I was living my life every single day, and kids around my age at that time. So, I mean, if you didn't see it until 10 years later, you're experiencing a whole different kind of childhood. So you may just not relate to it the same. That was a fun stream. I was glad to watch with you guys. That was fun. Xanadu. You already had ordered Ilsa. Thanks to the chat for calling my attention to the pre-order during. Oh yeah, man. That was that's a must for me right there. Matter of fact, you may see Ilsa on a video I'm doing here soon. Just a little teaser taste. Where can you watch the animated series of Spawn? I mean, maybe HBO Max. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, that's still booked for Return of the Living Dead. I mean, I've got the one with Tarman because I love Tar. I'm not wearing my Tarman hat. I love Tarman. I think he's one of the coolest ever. I just love Tarman. I feel like there's been some stepping back this year overall, for sure. Go off on the tech specs. That's I just like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I know I mean everybody has their little secret sauce in the encode, but it all still has to stay within certain parameters. Like you all have this 50 yards that you can play within. But no matter what you do, you have to stay within this 50 yards. Is basically what it comes down to. Like this is cut off here, this is cut off here. You can't go past, you can't go over, you can't go under. You can just figure out how you want to gain the best leverage within that 50 yards is basically what it comes down to. We're apes. I mean, like, I guess my thing is if you. The question is not whether you know what the stuff means or not so much. It's whether or not you pass yourself off and try to sell something or get someone to use an Amazon link or anything else and you don't know what it means. Like you're pushing it off as you know what it means and why it's there and you're wrong, but you're doing it in order to push something or to get clicks. That's when I have an issue. Like if you just make a mistake, if you're just trying to describe what you're seeing and you're not giving it as like gospel fact, you're like, hey, like I was watching this and this thing looked grainy as hell in this scene in the back here now, and I don't remember seeing that before, you know, but in the 4K I really saw it. That's a different story. Like I could maybe watch it and say, well, yeah, because on the day they didn't light that background good enough back there because they were worried about lighting the subject. So the camera's looking for, you know, light, so it overexcites those damn particles, you know, the silver nitrate and shit, and depending on the film, some films worse than others, back there. But then the foreground is nice because they lit it for that, and they were never worried about you seeing that background in the detail that you are now. Versus, well, they screwed up on the transfer because I see grain back there, so don't get it because of that. That's where that's where I have an issue. Trying to just describe what you see, I have no issue. Because everybody's not a technical person. It's when you don't know, but you pass it off as you know, and you either shit on something or lift it up under the wrong context. That's when I don't like it. John Doe Juggalo. What are you kidding about, John Doe? Did I miss something? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Dogma's for pre-order yet. I'm gonna have to really decide where I'm gonna get that from. I'm gonna agree with this. Big Trouble in Little China, desperate need of a 4K. Oh, derp. That makes sense now. And thanks again for the super chat, my friend. I think I saw another one down here from you. Ilsa themed Ooh. I could do something inspired by Ilsa. You know, I got to be, you know, I don't want anybody like say I'm, you know, over here trying to profit off something that, you know, sending pictures of stuff I do or anything. But I could do something inspired by Ilsa. And you don't like Goonies, Donnie? I mean, there's always exceptions. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it. But again, and that's no problem. But like when you pass it off as it's like fact and don't buy this because of it kind of thing, that's where it's like I have an issue with it. Driven with Stallone. I have not seen that one, I don't think. That's true. If you're not a Gen Xer, you may not get the magic of Goonies. Although, for me, it's hard as a film person to say, this is Spielberg, Richard Donner, and Chris Columbus together, and you don't like it? I mean, that's throwing three heavyweights. Three heavyweights. And then you've got Sean Astin and Corey Feldman and Brolin and all this stuff in there too. It's like, I don't know how much more you can throw at a movie. Very, very different. Very different. I mean, I like Corey Feldman. I have a complicated history with Corey Feldman because I wrote and we were 3 days away from filming a movie called a comedy called Sixes and Sevens, and he was coming to do the movie, and 3 days ahead of the movie, and he was gonna be a star in the movie. And 3 days ahead of the movie, everything was fine. He just wanted, like, all of a sudden he wanted like the me to us to pay for these other people to come with him, like his entourage to come with him, and they needed their rooms and stuff like that, and we didn't have the money, and so they didn't do the movie. And 3 days out from filming, this happened, and we had to pivot because I already had money committed to a production, and the production had to go through. So I pivoted, and in 3 days, I wrote a script and secured new locations for a movie called Realm of Souls. And it was actually the first movie I got distributed. I did it all in 3 days. And I had to because we lost Feldman. But he wasn't like malicious about it. But it's just one of those things that just didn't occur to him that, like, hey, we're, or his agent. Well, his agent should have known. I mean, because I talked to his agent a lot. But we just didn't have that money. So it would have been, I really wanted him. It would have been very cool to do that movie with him. But it just didn't happen. His opinion on the film industry, I don't really know a lot about. But I mean, as a child actor, they saw him and Corey Haim went through a lot. I haven't seen the new Naked Gun. Okay, you love the Goonies. Okay, okay. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. That's it, Robert. That's it. Gremlins, Goonies. They're both rooted in '80s nostalgia relative to Generation X. They 100% are. Ben, you're just barely a millennial. You're kind of more in that zennial thing. You're just barely a millennial. I mean, you're not really. In my opinion, you got to be. In my opinion, you got to be past 85, really. But you're more in that zennial that they call that generation. Although I'd resent that because I'm part of it, because they say it's like 77 to 83 or whatever it is. Well, I mean, I could see films that have fluorescent lighting having a problem. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it right now, but there are right here with this fluorescent back here. You see these lines. Sometimes you can see them in my videos too, because I can't get all the flicker out because I'm not paying to do it. But you see these lines going up. This flicker. Fluorescent lights can mess with film bad. They can cause grain. They can cause all kinds of shit. I haven't seen the monkey. I haven't seen the monkey, but I really do want to see it. Inspired by Elsa. I can do that. I can do that now. I actually have a. It's not. I'm sitting here looking like I didn't just rearrange my whole room. I actually have a drawing, painting of Elsa in here somewhere that I did. Yeah, yeah, I would consider you more Resident. Yeah, it could be interesting. It could be interesting. I think it could be interesting. I've laughed at some of the commercials. Pure Gen X, baby. Gen X. I do watch. I mean, I'm a huge fan of original Disney, like 2D drawing, like original Disney cartoons. Huge fan. Huge fan. I mean, I cover Disney on American Vintage Adventures channel, the Disney theme parks. Walt Disney himself is like, I think he's a hero of mine. What he created, insane. I love the nostalgia of the parks. I'm a big nostalgia person, and I love the animated, like the original Snow White. But Beauty and the Beast, my favorite animated movie of all time, probably. I love Beauty and the Beast and all those animated. I love Wreck It Ralph. I don't. I love Planet 51. I don't like as much of the new like computer generated 3D style animation. I love Wreck It Ralph, by the way. I love Wreck It Ralph. How are we doing in here? Man, we only got up to 77 likes tonight. I know it's a rough night with me having to bounce around, starting late, and everything else. Goonies, Gremlins, Explorers, all those movies like that. Yep. I would have loved to have seen the Explorers in the Vinegar Syndrome thing instead in the Alien thing. Something besides what they gave us. I appreciate it, Mike. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Yeah, I got to get out of here soon too. I'm like my eye is killing. You guys can't tell, like my eye is killing me, watering and stuff. Um, it's been a rough day. Look at that, I got punched in the eye. Um, Dennis is getting out of here too, man. Dennis, I appreciate everything from you too, man. Yeah, second Wreck It Ralph was nowhere near as good as the first. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. The first one has a lot of like throwback nostalgia in it too. A lot of it. A lot of it. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Oh man, the VSU of Explorers, I'd have been throwing money through the TV. Just like take it, take it. But tomorrow I will do some news. I will cover the Vinegar Syndrome drops, all that kind of stuff. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Make sure you subscribe to all these people. Subscribe to Jason at Pop Culture Mass, Brian at The Last Movie Standing, Killer Alien, Williams in here. Go check out Williams Cinema reviews, and everybody. John Doe Juggalo is in here. I'm serious. I'm pushing these smaller channels. It's time for some the new wave to come in and get some attention in here. But make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out my video tomorrow when I cover all this news that comes out with Vinegar Syndrome, and then I got another big list of recommendations on Saturday. You are not going to want to miss this one. Trust me. Trust me. Ilsa may be tame by the way this list goes on Saturday. So enjoy. Have a good night. Thank you all so much for understanding the power situation and all that. I appreciate it. And you guys know the drill. Until next time, be kind, rewind like always. Chase with AV Pop Culture. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I'm going to bed. Watch Suburban Commando while I go to sleep. Tomorrow, Hulk Hogan Day half-mast flags in Florida. From now on, August 1st is Hulk Hogan Day. That was pretty cool. But see you guys later.